I need a Toyota Hilux. Okay. Why do you need a Toyota Hilux? Ah, because we need a Toyota Hilux. No, that's not what I am asking. What do you need the Toyota Hilux to do? Do you need it to carry 5 people or 6 people? Do you want it to operate in a rough or any particular terrain? Do you want it to carry a certain payload? Do you even want your vehicle to tow equipment or meet particular safety requirements or even operate reliable in very remote conditions? Because all those are requirements. But you see, the word Toyota Hilux is a solution. Sometimes in procurement, we make a very expensive mistake. We specify the solution before we've even properly defined the product. Welcome to That Supply Thing, where we unpack money, movement, and meaning in global business and procurement. My name is David Chinalo Anabam. And today, we are closing our series on contracting strategies with something that appears very simple: functional specifications versus brand specification. Which one should procurement use? The answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. So, what is the difference? Now, let's leave the vehicle example and go into oil and gas or maybe bigger industry. Suppose operations needs a new pump and the requisition says supply brand X model APC centrifugal pump. That's essentially a brand specification. You've told the market substantially what product you need. Now, compare that with this: supply a centrifugal pump capable of delivering X cubic meter per hour at Y differential head, suitable for a specified fluid operating temperature and pressure with defined material of construction and required hazardous area certification. That's a functional or performance specification. I haven't necessarily told you who should manufacture my pump. What I have told you is what my pump must be capable of doing. That distinction can fundamentally change a procurement exercise. Procurement generally likes functional specification. The question is why? Now, suppose 5 manufacturers can satisfy the performance requirements. I now have competition, right? Because you have different suppliers that can propose different solutions. That way, now I can compare technical compliance, reliability, delivery schedule, maintainability, energy efficiency, commercial terms, and the price. I may even discover a technology I didn't know existed. That's one of the advantages of functional specification. They allow the market to solve the problem rather than telling the supplier, sell me this. So, when you tell the supplier, sell me this or sell me a particular brand, you are saying, here's the outcome I need. Show me how you can deliver it. That can encourage competition and innovation. But hold on, let's return to our pump. Suppose this is an offshore facility and there are already 25 pumps from manufacturer X installed there already. So the maintenance team understands this pump. The warehouse stocks their critical spare. We already own specialist tools. Our technicians have been trained in this particular pump. We have technical support arrangements with the OEM. We may even have interchangeable components across several units. And then procurement comes and says, let's open this up. Manufacturer Y is 15% cheaper. Wonderful. So we've been able to save 15%, right? Or have we? Because now we may need new spare parts, we may need new maintenance procedure, we may need new trainings, we may need new specialist tools, we may need another OEM relationship. another inventory line, and perhaps another long-term support arrangement. Suddenly, the cheaper pump may not be the cheaper business decision. Today's concept is called the total cost of ownership, and this is where total cost of ownership, or what you call TCO, becomes important. Purchase price asks, how much does it cost to buy? Total cost of ownership asks, how much does it cost us to own and operate throughout its relevant life cycle? Those are completely different questions. A $100,000 pump with existing spares and maintenance capability may conceivably create more value than a $90,000 pump that requires an entirely new support ecosystem. So suddenly, brand standardization doesn't look quite so irrational. Now, then, when does brand specification becomes a problem? If we say it's not irrational. Here is where procurement needs courage. Someone writes brand X only. Then you ask him, why do you need brand X? The person says, that's what we normally buy. That is not enough. Operations prefer it. Why? We've never had problems with it, they respond. Okay, show me the operational evidence. Because there is a difference between you have a technical standardization and a brand preference. One can have a defensible operational and economic basis. The other can unnecessarily restrict competition. Here is a great test for procurement specialists, or even if you are a technical person. Remove the manufacturer's name from the requisition. Ask this instead. Can we describe exactly what we need without mentioning the brand? If you cannot, maybe you haven't sufficiently defined your requirements. But if you can define it with several suppliers, and several suppliers could satisfy it, then procurement should at least ask, why are we restricting the market to one? There may be one excellent answer, and that is compatibility, safety, warranty, proprietary technology, interchangeability, existing infrastructure, approved qualification, standardization. But there should be an answer, definitely. The other side, or equivalent. Now, someone proposes a compromise. They say, okay, brand X, or give us brand X or an equivalent. It sounds perfect until the bids arrive. Suppliers say, my product is equivalent. Technical team says, no, it isn't. Supplier says, equivalent according to what? And everybody goes quiet. That's why, or equivalent isn't enough. If alternatives are permitted, you need to define what equivalent in the text or clause with respect to what actually means. Is it with respect to performance? Is it with respect to materials? Is it with respect to reliability? Is it with respect to dimensions? Is it with respect to interfaces? Is it with respect to certification? Is it with respect to maintainability? Is it with respect to service life? Is it with respect to interchangeability? Otherwise, you simply moved the ambiguity from the specification into the technical evaluation. Now, there is another option: approved manufacturers list. Some organizations manage this through an approved manufacturer list or similar vendor qualification mechanism. So instead of saying only manufacturer X, you may say this equipment must meet this functional requirement and come from one of the technically qualified manufacturers approved for this service. Now you've combined two ideas. You've combined functional performance with technical qualification. So you preserve competition without pretending that every manufacturer is automatically suitable for safety critical or technically demanding service. And this connects back to our entire series. Think about everything we've discussed over this episode. We started with who should carry the risk, that is risk allocation. Then we went into lump sum versus reimbursable. And then we discussed why the cheapest bids can become the most expensive contract. In our last episode, we talked about EPC and EPCI and the risk interface. And today, we talked about scope maturity, what exactly we are contracting to deliver. This is how we have arrived to what we have today. How exactly should we describe what we are buying? Because contracting strategy ultimately begins with understanding the requirements. If I don't understand what I need, I cannot intelligently determine how it will be packaged, how I'm going to price it, how to allocate its risk, how to evaluate suppliers, or even who should be allowed to compete. The bigger procurement question, you say. Now, there is a phrase I think every procurement professional should remember. Don't specify more than you need, but don't specify less than the operation requires. Too little specification and the suppliers may give you technically unsuitable solutions. Too much specification or too much prescription and you may unnecessarily eliminate competition and innovation. Good specification sits somewhere between these two extremes. My final thought. So, functional specification or brand specification, which is better? You ask. My answer is start with the function. What problem are we solving? What performance do we require? What standard must be satisfied? Who or what risk must be controlled? Then you determine whether there is a genuine technical or economic reason to restrict the solution to a particular manufacturer. Because sometimes specifying a brand is absolutely justified. But when it is, we should know why. So the next time someone sends you a requisition saying, give me brand X only, don't immediately delete the brand and don't immediately accept it either. Instead, you should ask, why are we protecting operational standardization? Or are we protecting operational standardization? Or why are we sticking to old purchasing habits? That question might save you money. It might improve competition, and occasionally it may prove that staying with existing brands is actually the smartest procurement decision. Because strategic procurement isn't about buying the cheapest product. It isn't even about maximizing competition at all costs. It's about creating the best sustainable value for the business. I am David Chinalo Anapa, and this is That Supply Thing again, where we unpack money, movement, and meaning in global business and procurement. And that brings our contracting strategy series to a close, because good contracting doesn't begin with the contract. It begins with understanding exactly what the business needs.